Do you feel the vibes?
Why, hello, welcome back to NHL 17 Carolina Hurricanes GM Mode Commentary, Episode 15. In this episode, we are going to be doing a bunch of Season 4 simulation. We've got a big bunch of trades that we did last season right before starting the Season 4 season. It might end up hurting our team because some of those trades that we ended up doing took away some of our defense there to give more offense. But what we did do is we acquired Patrick Kane and Artem Anisimov. So I feel like these guys are going to be helping out a ton. I don't want to look at the trades, but Patrick Kane for this season, hopefully he can put in a bunch of goals and help out our offense, because we never had that one offensive guy that was able to be like a 90 overall, like our offensive leader. We never really had a huge offensive leader on the team, and now we finally were able to get that. But we ended up, as a price, we had to trade. So as a price, we ended up having to trade Vlasic over here. He had our highest trade value, but it wasn't really going to end up working out because we were going to have to pay for that contract. We were going to have to pay for Shyshrun's contract next season, and we wouldn't be able to deal with that contract in the next year, and our trade value would just go away anyway with that. So it was better that we got something out of nothing. We were able to trade him, and Turris was in the same sort of boat, had a little less trade value. Turris was an 88 overall, our first line center, but we ended up trading him away in order to help us get Patrick Kane, and then Artem Anisimov was just kind of a throw in there to get the cap more on track a little bit. And even though he'll end up still helping us out a little bit here because he's listed as a third line scoring forward. You've got Julien Gauthier, he's going to help out. He's an older player, so he can help out some of the younger players like Maxime Comtois and Gauthier. Lindholm, I like the Lindholm Rask Teravainen line here being a second line. I could even bring up Teravainen up to the first line here, depending on how Evander Kane does. Evander Kane's been doing pretty good overall in the stats, but and then what we ended up doing was that gave us the ability to bring up Strome. Our center core is so much depth right now, so that just made it that much easier for me to figure out where I want to put these guys, because we already had so much depth. Like, we didn't really need to hold on to another center. We could just push up all of our centers that we had so far, and then we got on Artem Anisimov putting up there too. So Strome was able to fill in. This guy, I'm hoping he's going to end up growing a lot this season. He's going to be on the first line with Patrick Kane and Evander Kane, so that should definitely help him grow out a ton. We're going to have to pay his contract next season too, so that'll be a little bit hard, but we won't have to pay Patrick Kane's contract for the next season. But we won't have any retained salaries to deal with, and it should be good. So, and then our goalies. Korpisalo's up to a 93, and that's definitely going to help us out. And we'll have Fitzpatrick down there on the backup. He's still growing. Fitzpatrick, I could get him for, I don't really know what I would get Fitzpatrick for in a trade. He can grow a lot, but we could get him for a draft pick possibly. I could get him, his trade value wasn't high enough as I would expect it to be. I could, with a trade value like what he has here, let me show you that real quick, and then we'll get into the simming. I really wanted to trade this guy away because I wanted him to be able to have a chance to become maybe even a 90 overall, getting that first line time. But this trade value right here, that's literally a second round pick. I feel like Fitzpatrick's worth a bit more than a second round pick. If I go to draft picks, that is I guess that's it's getting close to a first round pick. Maybe I can try it. I guess that's good. That might get a first round pick. I don't know. Let me try it. If I can do that, I'll bring up the 81 overall guy that I've got down there. See if I can get a first round pick from them. They do want to give it away. I don't know if that's going to go through. No. Just so we can get a first round pick back. Let me try to put on our second round and see if that'll go through. Yes, it went through. All right. So, cool. All right. So, second round Columbus Blue Jackets pick for Fitzpatrick and their first round pick. So, we have a first round pick back at least. I didn't end up trading away our first round pick anyway. I just upgraded our a second round to a first round. So, we have 2 first round picks for next season. We don't really need. They're just kind of like holding trade value right now. If we end up running into problems, we can at the trade deadline we can end up using those picks as spots, and then we can also by the trade deadline we'll see how those teams or see how Anaheim Ducks are doing, and we can kind of like see if we want to sell that pick or we want to keep it and try to go for a really good draft pick and maybe even increase that pick even more for its worth. Roster, yeah, we need to do roster moves. I need to bring up that one goalie now, and then we'll start up the simulation. So I need to bring up Gustafsson. He will be our fresh call up and our backup goalie, and that guy has more potential to be backup goalie. The other guy has more potential to be a starting goalie. So I didn't really want. I kind of feel like he should be able to get that, because maybe in the future we can even get him back here. Korpisalo is age gets too much, and Gustafsson is definitely still growing. And AHL, I need to fix the goalie, bringing him up. So I want Sandstrom. He's may get up to an 80 overall, and then I'll have to put Muse in. So there you go. Scratched. Yuri Lenov, his overall is just not high enough yet. I wanted to put him in. Cabanera, the only other dude that I really need to roster here, but I gotta give a high trade value guy some time there. So fixed all that stuff there. All right, so let me just save all the settings, and everything has been done. All of the trades have been done. I didn't think that we were gonna do more trades in this video. I just ended up bringing up that point, but we did a real quick trade. It was very easy, so I guess we have that trade in this video. Save it real quick, and then we will sim. There's everything is done, so we're good. We don't have to do any more saving or doing anything else before this. We are just gonna start simming the season. All right, so calendar. We are starting off the season at 94 offense, 88 defense, 95 goalie. So, and our AHL 79, 79, 80. So starting off, we are going to be. I'll have to set the scouting assignment. We'll see how everybody does. See how everybody fits into the preseason. So scouting assignment right here, right on time. 28 forwards. Let me do the forwards for 6 weeks. Budget allocation and then auto assign promotion nights. So we started off a 6-5 loss, 4-2 win, 5-2 win. This is only preseason. This is just to get everybody accustomed to the team. See how everybody fills in on the team, where everyone's overalls is. So once we get up to this point, I'm going to go check and see if there was any changes in overall, because all of those changes, I'll need to be monitoring that constantly if we want to make a good chance to make a playoff run, because I need to make sure those people grow. So preseason's over. Need to check the everything. None of our stats made any sort of difference. But as people got a little bit of ice time, people maybe got more comfortable with their teammates. Steele, I think Steele went up. I don't know. So we have an 83 overall, 21-year-old playing our fourth line center here. So maybe even bring up Steele and put it down on Nisimov if Steele grows so much. We have Strome, Kane, Lindholm. There's no difference here. Chychrun, there's no difference. I don't know. I think Fleury went up a point. I don't know. That could have been the only difference. Fleury going up a point. So there's no change at all. So I'm gonna sim the first month and a half like I usually do. First month and a half, I'll see about. We'll go and check the power play time or the power plays and the penalty kills and see if we need to make any adjustments. And we'll check all the stats by then and see who's doing what. So starting it off, we are 1-0-1, 1-0-2. Okay, so we're definitely not having a shortage of goals right now. 5 goals, 2 goals, 5 goals, 3 goals, 3 goals, 1 goal, 2 goals. So our goals are not really the problem this season. I was looking at some of them last season. It was a little bit. We were a lot relying on our defense. Now a lot of it is going to be relying that we can score a ton of goals. So it looks like we are doing pretty good. 6-0 win. See how these gonna do and loss. Dang. 2 losses. We need to start winning some here. So by this scouting assignment, there's room for improvement. I see a little bit of room for improvement here. 6-3-3. That's 6 losses, but 3 of them are overtime losses. But it's basically like saying you're 500 usually. And it won't list 500 on here, but it would be like basically you're saying you're 500. So yeah, all these wins right here mean a ton right now. Oh yeah, there we go. Good way to start off there we go. 11-3-3. That's a much more respectable record right there. 11-3-3 to start out the season. And I'm kind of like, I don't want to go all the way to the stat. Here's an Anaheim game. So Anaheim is 8-7-1. So they're about the middle. Let's go look and see if there's any sort of differences that has happened so far in the lines. So Patrick Kane still at 94 overall. Strome no difference so far. Maxime Comtois 82 and Nisimov 85, Gutierrez 82. So no difference here yet. Chychrun, Fleury went up to 82, so that's good. Maybe I end up having Fleury go up on Slavin's line or one of these guys' lines up here. See how they do. Maybe that they can help pull him up even more. And I forgot to look at the goalie increase. Let me look at the goalie increase real quick. I'll do a quick skim over the AHL. I doubt anybody did any difference here. So AHL, no difference really at all. Defense, no difference here. Goalies, Sandstrom grew a point. That's literally the only difference. So that was kind of boring. So let me look at the stats, see who's doing what. This is the most important part. We are leading the division right now, so that's good. Patrick Kane, of course, he is leading our team in points, our captain, with 9 goals, 11 assists, leading the team in goals as well. So Evander Kane on that line is doing well. He is putting in goals too, so like it's not just he's getting all the assists and grabbing everything from Kane. If that was the case, I would want Teuvo Teravainen up there helping out. So it looks like Teuvo Teravainen's the leading scorer on the second line here. No, Lindholm. Lindholm is really taking everything he can out of the second line right now with those 8 assists. Strome here, he is like the reason we have him up there. He's not really the best first line centerman, but the reason we have him up there is to try to see if we can grow him as much as we can to grow him into the first line centerman. So this might not be his year. Maybe at the end of the year it might start being his year. But hopefully that will do a lot to boost him. So Artem Anisimov is definitely doing a ton right now. 5 goals. I might even be able to, if this ends up keeping up in another month's time, I might end up being able to bring him up to the second line, help out the Teuvo Teravainen. And Bean's got 5 points. Slavin's got 2. Chychrun's only got 1. He just, this guy, like, he's got a ton of trade value, but it seems like every single time he doesn't really do much, at least on the offensive side. I think his defense is pretty good. His skating's good. His shooting and his defense are the same. That's why I was thinking he should have some goals here. And Hayden Fleury went up 2 points, I think. 1 or 2 points at least. So, and only 1 assist. So I don't know how that overall is. I guess he's playing some good defense. So I'm a little bit more simming. Got to see how everything's doing. Oh yeah, I wanted to look at just make sure, one little check. I don't think I'm going to change anything. Just want to make sure our power play and our penalty kill are doing good right now. So our goals for per game is a little bit under. Goals against, actually, we are doing amazing defensively. So that's probably why. Our power play is good enough. And then our penalty kill is okay. Alright, well, I think most of it is just kind of, I need some simming before I can really make a decision on here. I think I'm going to sim up to... Yeah, I'm going to sim up to here. Give them another month. And then I'll just have to check back in with some upgrade and maintains. And we'll see what the record looks like there. We'll see if we need to change anything. The reason our record is doing so well is because Patrick Kane is doing all this, putting in all those goals for us so far. Because, I mean, both our power play and penalty kill is just okay. Our penalty kill could be a bit better, and the reason we're winning all these games still with just okay power play penalty kills, and it's because Patrick Kane is getting all these points and putting them all in. So that big pickup there, helping us out a ton here. We're 17-4-3. It's a huge start so far. So they want to give Russell, I think this is the guy I gave them in the first place. Yeah. 80 overall. He went down to an 80 overall. What the heck? I don't want him. For Rodney Hutton, the guy I haven't even signed, and Yuri Lenov. He'll be able... I don't have space for him right now. Because we have the other guy pulled up. The guy that I wanted to pull up anyway. And we're all growing. I'm going to have to decline this trade because I don't have space for him. If I had that one spot that I needed a D, I would definitely add him. But now that we had that one dude that we were just able to fill in, that's perfect. So Chicago's actually struggling now because we took away Patrick Kane. They still have Taves and Panarin. I thought they would do a little bit better. So Tapper and Almighty for Russell. No, I don't want Russell. Russell doesn't fit in. They just want to keep trading me. Trying to get Russell. So St. Louis, big games against St. Louis. Shootout loss. No, I do not want Russell. We're just gonna keep trying. See if we can get a win here against St. Louis. Get one of these wins. Damn. St. Louis is the top team in the league right now. I think, okay, so all the forwards would be done here in scouting if I did all 3 of those. Okay. All Canadian forwards are done. Do some defense after that. We're getting a lot of losses here. Holy crap. Carolina, our first round pick for Nylander, 2 years left, elite, 23 years old, a low elite for our first round pick. That's actually a pretty decent trade value. We have a little. They want to give a little bit more trade value for us, though. I don't know if I want to do that. And Vince Lashavo. That's okay. So really, it's a first round pick for William Nylander. You know what? I don't have space for him again because it's such a complete team right now that's like growing. Just kind of depends on how everybody grows basically right now. Holy crap. Loss, win, shootout, loss. That's freaking 4 losses in the last. Okay, shootout, win. There we go. Finally, we're turning. Got some sort of win out of there. Please win another one. Shootout, loss. So we need to start putting some wins up again. That kind of hurt there. The middle of that month really hurt there. All right, so we're going in 24-9-6. That is a pretty nice record. Let me go upgrade and maintain some stuff here because people are just mad that I haven't done anything. Team store. Oh no, I didn't want to upgrade that. All right, so I need to upgrade that for completing an owner goal. I need to upgrade this to complete an owner goal. Operations. I already have to go into the operations budget because of all this stuff. I won't have the space to do all this stuff. I don't have enough budget. Well, I'll see when we get there. I didn't need to upgrade that other one. I upgraded 3 in 1. All right. So no, I wanted to go check the stats here. So 95 offense, 89 defense, and 96 goalie. Every single one went up a point. So that is good. Let's go look at the rosters real quick since all of them went up. If they didn't go up, I wouldn't look at these rosters here. I would have just went to the stats. So Strome still the same. Artem Anisimov up to 86. If he ends up having really, really good stats, I'll do a switch. I'll put Rask down to the third line and put Anisimov up to the second line, help out Teravainen and Lindholm. Or I could even have Lindholm be playing down third line, putting Rask up there. Maxime Comtois, there's no growth here. There's really no growth down here. I thought there would be some growth. So really the only difference is Anisimov went up a point on the offense. Chychrun, there's no difference. Slavin went up a point. There's only that's the only difference. Slavin went up a point. So I guess our goalie went up a point too. 94 overall goalie. So that is a good goalie right there. So Slavin, Anisimov, and Korpisalo. So let's go look at these stats here and see how we're doing. So first overall in the conference right now, or not the conference, but first overall right now in our division, our leading point scorer, Patrick Kane, 39 points in 38 games, or 38 points in 39 games. That's what you would expect from Patrick Kane. That's what he does every single year. That's good. He's leading the goals for the team as well. Dougie Hamilton helping him out there on the first line. Teuvo Teravainen, so he's a plus 10 player. He has 30 points on the second line. Evander Kane has the same, but he has less goals. And we're trying to grow Strome right now because Strome is not doing that well. Like I might end up bringing down Strome, being on the first line time with a guy who's got 38 and 38 points, only having 19 points as a centerman. That might end up needing to bring him down for a little bit just to help out the team, do whatever we can to keep getting that push. So Artem Anisimov is surprising at -2 right now. So all 3 of our top 3 centers are right here. They're all not doing the best. Our one that has the most points is Artem Anisimov, but he's a -2 player. So I might end up putting up Victor Rask up there. Oh my, this is hard. This is really hard. So I'm gonna make the switch of Teravainen and Kane because he's a plus 10 player. Just to switch up the lines a bit, see if that'll do any difference. And maybe I'll just do one difference at a time. I'll do another sim up there and work on a few difference every once in a while. So Comtois making a tiny bit of a splash down here, and Nolan Patrick not doing too much yet. I don't think these guys are going to end up being as good as I thought they were going to be. All right, so team stats, we'll see how everything's doing here. So entire league, where do we sit in the entire league right now? We are second in the entire league. So possibility of becoming the President's Trophy winners in 2 years in a row. So we're not putting as many goals in as I thought. It's because of that one center. I'm pretty sure. I think I'm going to end up switching 2 of them. I'll switch up Evander Kane for Teuvo Teravainen, and I'll try to switch up our second line center. We just don't have anybody really good on the center there for first line. Power play is lacking a bit. That should be all of the top teams' power plays are way better than us, so that needs to be better. Penalty kill, we are doing okay on the penalty kill, so power play needs to be fixed. We are in the bottom 10 right now. Well, I'll see if we can make any adjustments to the power play. I'm gonna switch those 2 around, switch these lines up a little bit, give people different chances on different lines. Put Strome down to the second line with Evander Kane. Teravainen up there in the first line with Victor Rask and Patrick Kane. Maybe that will do a difference here. I could even put up Anisimov and Lind. I could do this switch here, but I don't know. Alright, and then defense didn't do anything different. No. So special teams we want. Alright, so power play. So we have Kane's on left wing. No, Kane needs to be on right wing. I don't know. Okay, first of all, that needs to be fixed. We can have Evander Kane, Artem Anisimov, Patrick Kane on the first line. I'm fine with that. Lindholm, this guy is not getting that many points as I was thinking. Teuvo Teravainen is a left wing, so we keep Teuvo Teravainen there, and he's scoring goals, so I want to keep him there. Rask and Evander Kane, Anisimov. Who am I forgetting? There's one other person that I think that should be up here in the top 6. No, I might end up just giving Patrick some time because I don't think he doesn't have that much time on the fourth line. I want to get him some time here on the power play. Put him second line power play here. 4-man power play. Anisimov and Patrick Kane, that's good. Rask and Kane, that's good. Penalty kill. Strome, Teravainen, Rask, Strome. Strome's got 2 shifts on the penalty kill. Jesus. Maybe that's why. I'll keep him up there first line penalty kill, but let me put Teravainen, Rask. Well, the penalty kill is doing good, though. I don't know if I want to switch that. Always getting scored on all the time. That's gotta hurt. 3-man PK. Bean, Slavin, Hamilton, Fleury. I don't know. It doesn't look like these lines would do that good on the penalty kill, but looks to me like they are. So, all right. Let's see. Let's sim a few more games. See how these line changes, if they did anything different. Maybe even possibly put us up to a President's Trophy win. I'm gonna sim up to about here. The trade deadline will come up a little bit more. Yeah, I went to go do the owner goals too as well. Morgan McKinnon has gained morale because of ice time. Like that. Morgan McKinnon. 3-1 loss. Shootout loss. Oh, Jesus. Just loss after loss after loss. Holy crap. All right, losing the next 2 in a row. I am going to, win. I was going to switch the lines back up if they wanted to go 5 losses. Jesus. Shootout loss. Win. I I feel like those draft picks, if we can get a lot of value for those draft picks, if we can make a playoff, we'll be able. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to make a playoff run here, having 27 wins so far by the All-Star break. That looks like a playoff set of numbers right there. So hopefully that would we can get what we need to do in the last little bit. Our Anaheim game is coming up here in a second. So they still want to give me Russell. I need a good defenseman right here. So decline that trade. So our Anaheim game, what is the Anaheim record? 28-19-3. Fuck. Ooh, okay. So Anaheim is not doing nearly as bad as I thought. That's not good. Let me go to... There's 12, 13 defense. Let me do the forwards here. So that all the forwards are done, and then we'll just do defense. So I think this is the last game I had. Colorado's actually doing pretty good. 31, 12, and 10. Yeah. So let's see how those lines, if there's any differences on those lines. We're still holding first place in the conference right now, or not the conference, but in the division. I doubt we have first place in the entire league. There's a ton that are right up there. Colorado. So Anaheim Ducks are 10th place right now. They have to lose a ton of games in the next 20 games. They need to go on a 5-game losing streak right now. They are doing pretty well right now. They need to make it into like 17, 18, 19, 20 range or whatever by the end of the season, so we can get a chance at that lottery. Otherwise we'll just have like another just random first round pick, so we could end up we want this for trade value for the trade deadline, because maybe we want to get a really good D up here real quick to make a possible Stanley Cup run in the playoffs, or finish off our season really strong with a good D man. St. Louis Blues, they are still up there at the top. I keep getting all these messages. I forgot to turn off my offline, all my online and offline stuff. So let's look at the player stats. So Patrick Kane leading the team right now, 52 points in probably like 53 games. Yeah, so he's still a point-a-game player, leading the team in goals. All makes sense. That's the player he is. Dougie Hamilton right behind him, 45 points. Evander Kane up there, like, oh wow, look at that. If I put Evander Kane on the second line, and he's getting more points than Teuvo Teravainen now. He's got more. Teuvo Teravainen legit did do anything on the first line. I don't think he doesn't have any goals. Evander Kane's got 4 goals and like a ton of more assists. Lindholm, he's still holding there at like a good second line level. Anisimov, a good amount of assists. Rask is getting goals. Like our second line is just getting a bunch of goals. Like I thought this guy would be hogging the puck and taking all the goals away, but when I bring up Teravainen off that line, he doesn't do as well as with Kane up there. So maybe I'll keep Kane and Strome going down to that line. There's not too much of a difference. I brought up Rask I brought up Rask, and the first line hasn't really been struggling, but I think I don't know. This is hard. Anything right here could really do anything different. Let's look at our defense here. Not forwards. Defensemen. So Bean's up there in second. I don't know why this guy's overall hasn't gone up, and Fleury went up. He's got 17 points. Slavin has 85. Pesce 85. Shaisharan only 5, but he's got a positive. Pesce and Slavin, their line needs to be switched up there. The reason we're getting a lot of goals scored on is they're negative 13. Everything else is positive. So Pesce and Slavin, I think we need to make some changes here. I might end up putting I think I want to keep, I think I'm going to bring up, I don't know what I want to do. We could get that defenseman to come in and help them and bring down Chaisharan over there. I don't know what I want to do. There's so much stuff that I can do. Teravainen. I'll switch these guys up here. I'll just say, because these guys are so even, I'll just give it to the guy that has one more overall point right now. Artem Anisimov could come up here and play second line time, but I don't know. That all should be good. Maxime Comtois is coming up. I want Nolan Patrick on the third line because I want him to get the time. Like Maxime Comtois, these were both same draft picks. They should get the time. They should be able to go up to being really good players like they have here. Chaisharan, I want to make a change here. Do something to fix that second line defense because they are not doing well. Put up Pesce up there. So they're both right. Actually, let me put Slavin up there because then we have a left and a right. So Dougie Hamilton does good, and he always is there. I didn't really realize there's a difference here. So that way he's still got a lefty up there, and then we still got right and left over here. So maybe it's because these guys need to be switched. Left over here, right over here. We'll do that. Chaisharan right there behind Slavin. Fleury hasn't done much, but Jake Bean has been doing a ton. What does our goalie look like? I haven't looked at the goalie in a while. Korpisalo still at a 94. Gustafsson still at 81. It's no scratch players. Nolan, Patrick. There's Marcius coming up possibly. These guys need to make big improvements though. Morgan McKinnon's doing well. Sebastian Aho is actually doing pretty well. I didn't expect him to get that high. Defense, nobody has really made any difference here. And goalies, I don't need to look at this. Sandstrom use, yeah, no, I don't have to look at that. I wanted to make a change of... No, I did that. Okay, so I did Chaisharan for defense, and I did the forwards. So, all right, well, I did the forwards. I did the defense. I don't know what else we have to really do here. I think there's choices for trades in the future, because if we can, it'll be really rare, but if the Ducks end up doing really, really bad and the trade value for that draft pick ends up going up, we could trade both of our draft picks for a really good stud defenseman just for this 1 year so we can make this playoff run. So big trades that can come up soon. This video has been going on long enough, so I'm going to need to cut it here. I'm going to do a save here just so everything's completely saved and I don't have to worry about losing anything. But if you like the video, comment, like, subscribe. And I will see you in the next video.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. I